Authorities in the United States are investigating this week's shooting in San Bernardino, California as an act of terrorism. 14 people were killed in the attack and another 21 were injured. Police say a considerable degree of planning went into this, as weapons and bomb equipment were found on the scene, owned by the couple Syed Rizwan Farouk and his wife Tashfeen Malik. It's been discovered that Malik had pledged allegiance to the leader of Daesh on Facebook. Her husband Farouk had made 2 trips to Saudi Arabia since 2013 and had been in contact with persons of interest, according to officials. UN General Secretary Ban Ki-moon has weighed in on the COP21 climate change summit in Paris, which he says is heading in the right direction to reduce global greenhouse emissions. He said, however, that there was still a long way to go to hit the targets.
In the negotiating room, there is still a lot of work to do. Key issues remain unresolved, and there is not much time left. I continue to press developed countries to recognize their responsibility to take the lead, while urging developing countries to do more in line with their growing capabilities. The world has gone too long without a universal climate agreement that includes all countries as part of the solution. We cannot delay any longer. There is no perfect agreement, but our goal is clear: an agreement that truly addresses climate change and puts the world on track for long-term prosperity, stability, and peace. That is what the days ahead in Paris can and must deliver.
You can write a message and post it in a tree. This is how the United Nations invites civil society to participate in the climate negotiations. These so-called climate generation areas receive people who want to have a voice in the COP21.
Delegations from previous years that had 5-10 people coming in, now have only got half a person coming in for half the time, or 1 or 2 people, and so it's been really clamped down, and they've been stopping civil society and people who really care about this planet from coming in.
The UN Framework Convention on Climate Change says this is the conference with more participation of civil society, with more than 20,000 people accredited as observers. However, attendees say this is not enough.
Civil society, we're very much concerned about the fact that there are lots of spin-offs, lots of informals, lots of meetings happening at the same time, talking about different issues. It's very confusing to keep track of this. It's also, civil society has been locked out, in fact, of many of these meetings, so it's also even impossible to actually know what's happening. What are countries that are supposed to represent us, that have been democratically elected, we don't know what they're saying, we don't know what they're asking for, so we can't keep track, and we can't ensure that they are keeping our best interests.
So this space has never and will never deliver climate justice for people. The real solutions are going to come from people. That are living the struggles of poverty and climate change.
Meanwhile, the ban on protests imposed by French authorities has also limited the actions of activists that were expected to play a leading role in the summit. But the environmentalist activists find their way to bring their message to the COP21. The atmosphere at this hall dedicated to civil society is totally different than the one at the COP21, where all negotiations have been held behind closed doors.
This is the only place where civil society is allowed to come here at the COP21. Authorities have decided to ban the entrance to non-accredited people to the areas where official meetings are taking place. People have criticized this measure since they say they are not allowed to talk with their representatives and tell them what they expect from these climate talks. Luis Arroyo, Telsur, Paris, France.